Welcome to another episode of Drunk Cop and a Teacher, the podcast where everything's made up and our comments don't matter. Just like this next headline I'm going to read to you. Marvel's Avengers senior designer confirms Spider-Man is still on track for 2021. And I'm just going to leave that there and not touch it because I'm pretty sure we all know how I feel about that.
You know what's so funny is that we talked about Spider-Man in the beginning of the last episode. It's going to be a continued trend.
That we just don't care about Spider-Man anymore. You know, I'm at that point where I could give two shits about anything Spider-Man related in the news.
You're like, you know what? Fuck all Spider-Man shit. The comic books, not related.
But
Trailer, not related.
Ham brought this question up like a long time ago. Like, I'm pretty sure Ham did, where he was like, when is that thing coming out? I was like, it's not out yet.
Yeah, probably.
Well, there you go. Here's your answer. It's still coming out for you, Ham. Don't worry.
Is it coming out this year?
It's, as I just said, on track for 2021.
On track.
On Disney Plus.
Sometimes trains derail.
Wait, on what? Disney Plus? We're talking about the video game here.
Oh yeah, that too. That's gonna come on Disney Plus as well too.
Sure.
I know at this point it might as well.
Why not? Or maybe 45 days after the release date. After it releases, 45 days later, Disney Plus.
Is that how that video game is going to work? We have a character for you guys, but it's going to be released 45 days after what? Like
the day when
who's still playing this game anyway? Does anyone have anybody that's still playing this game?
Yeah, and then you have to pay the
Spider-Man game
too. So
no, the Avengers game.
Oh, there's a couple of people that still play it, but that's on consoles. I don't know about PC. I don't know.
I'm just surprised anyone's even waiting for Spider-Man anymore because it's only for PlayStation. Remember?
Well, technically, I mean, Spider-Man still hasn't come out.
I don't know if I'm lost in this conversation or if you guys are lost in this conversation.
No, you just told me he's planned to come out 2021. That's what you said. That's what you said. Anything. But what are you saying then?
I'm saying is that apparently he's supposed to come out this year in 2021, but he was supposed to come out in March, but apparently he's still supposed to be coming out this year.
But they just dropped the Black Panther stuff, I think.
I think that's what's making the game a bit alive. But like, how long is the fucking story? Maybe like an hour for $30.
I never played it.
Speaking of story, Mike, how's the story of your life going?
Review time.
Oh boy, here we go.
All right, I got a new one for you guys. I'm a bit late, but I'm catching up. People were hyping this show up. Another show.
All right.
And they were like, "Oh my god, the ending, epic." And Ham brought this up too.
Oh, great.
So, Invincible.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can already see where this is going.
Let me tell you about Ham. Don't trust Ham's opinion. All right?
Why?
Because your opinions are shit. Trust
my
opinion.
What are you gonna say?
That you did a very poor job in reviewing this.
Probably.
To step up the plate. All right?
You're gonna step up the plate?
Yeah. This show is so fucking great.
Yeah, I know.
The show was really good. The ending was holy fuck. I was not expecting something like that at all.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, holy shit. Some of the episodes could be a bit more draggy. It could be.
Yeah.
I could definitely. There were some parts that I felt like I was saying, okay, what is the point? Is this the training process for Mark?
Mm-hmm.
But it was just more of just character development on him, of like who he wants to be, a teenager. I honestly could compare this to Spider-Man 2.
Mm.
Here we go.
No. I'm honestly, I could easily compare this of like character relations of like him trying to balance his whole entire life of being a superhero, attending, like his education, his love life, and there's so many other things going on right behind him of other heroes and other stories that I was very hooked on. And this show was very entertaining. Like, regardless of me saying there were some parts that were a bit draggy, But when shit went down. Like it was just a really good, entertaining show, and I'm eager to find out what they're gonna do next season because there's still a lot of fucking questions
Yeah.
to ask, and there's still a lot of things of where this show is heading towards. And it was just very entertaining, very good, and I hope Amazon could do more comic book stuff like this, like animated stuff. The animation in this show was great. It's very bloody, brutal. The fighting is fantastic. It was a really good show. Really, really good show. Green Card. It's. I mean, it's. Wait, technically, it's this year that this show finished, right?
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
so.
it came out this year. Yeah.
Okay, so technically, I'm still. I'm a bit late, but I'm still in.
Oh, yeah.
But
Also, don't forget the
um,
voice talents. Everybody's
oh my God,
yeah.
J.K. Simmons, freaking what's Mark's voice actor, Glenn,
Glenn from
From Walking
The
Dead.
Walking
Yeah.
from
Dead.
The Walking Dead. Seth Rogen's in the show too. It's pretty funny. I'm not going to spoil his character, but it's pretty
Yeah.
funny, like who his character is. It's everyone's voice. The voice acting in this show is phenomenal. It's great. I hope they really, really find other comic book stories. And honestly, they could have done Jupiter Legacy in animation. I think that would be a lot better than what we got in the live action. Just saying,
Yeah.
because it was, I don't know, the show was great, and I hope they do something else for other adaptations. But really, really good. Green Card. Anybody who hasn't watched it are a bit late, like me. Go watch it immediately. Really good show. Sal, I highly recommend for you to go watch it. I think you're gonna like the show a lot. I don't know how you are with brutal blood and gore.
I mean, I've read the comic book line for like quite a bit. I read like the first good couple of chunks of comics, so
Oh, okay. And
I
then
know
you
how it
probably know the
goes. Yeah.
stories. Okay. So then but still, I would still recommend for you to watch how they did it. Um, but like any takeaways, love the love interest. It's a bit off. Didn't really hook me. It's okay. And other love interests as well too, and other characters were a bit weird. Didn't really, like I said, I didn't get hooked on it that much. But everything else was really good. I liked it a lot. Green Card.
Green
But
Card.
yeah, and then I don't know if you guys watch Kissing Booth. I saw part 3. Very bad.
I don't even know what that is.
Kissing Booth is like one of those corny Netflix movies.
It's on Netflix, right? You say part 3, but you mean like the third movie.
The third movie, yeah. The third movie came out recently. I saw it with my wife. I don't know. It's like we enjoy like those corny movies, you know. It's
corny.
Yeah, we're corny, you know. Kissing Booth 1 and 2, they were a bit corny but good, and this one was corny but bad. Didn't really, I don't know. I was bored of it. But other than that, yeah, nothing much. Just been busy watching Invincible, and it was very, very fun. Ham, take it away. I bet you have a lot more shows.
Not really.
I'm about to set a time limit for every time you go.
Nah, man. I take time from you and him. It's okay. Just now, watch the first episode of season 2 of Star Trek Lower Decks. Same as the season 1. It's there. It's kind of weird just because it's not. It is Star Trekky, but it's not. So yeah, I'll let that one. Yeah, that's all right. Did not see a new Rick and Morty episode because they're waiting for next week to a 2-episode finale. Oh, and the last episode I watched was actually.
I forgot that's a thing still. Rick and Morty. I don't think this. I will honestly will say this though. I haven't seen much hype of this season.
Oh, it's died down for sure.
Comparing to other seasons, I feel like
even last year, yeah, it was.
I feel like last year was a little bit more marketing comparing to this year. I feel like this year, like I haven't seen Rick and Morty, but so far what I've seen from other people, like I feel like this season is sort of like not a letdown. Is it a letdown? What you say?
I think last season was more of a letdown than this season.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I think this season did pretty well. Definitely better than last season. It's tied up some few a little bit of some storyline that you rarely get in Rick and Morty, so that's interesting.
Okay.
Um, Also, I don't know if I mentioned it before. I'm trying to finish Central Park, which is based off the Bob's Burgers creator. So they did that, and the Alaska one, which I forget what the Alaska one called, but it's all the same thing: cartoons, kids,
Yeah.
singing, and funny stuff.
Real quick question: have you seen the show What Lies in the Shadows or What Hides in the
Yeah,
Shadows?
didn't I just talk about that? I was rewatching it with
It
Aaron.
it's a funny. Is it a funny show?
Yeah, it's supposed to be funny. It's like a mockumentary, just like the movie. I'd recommend watching the movie first before you watch the show,
Okay.
just to get an idea of what you're getting into.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
For
Um,
some reason, it just called my interest.
yeah, it's a fun. It's about vampires and goofy stuff. So, yeah, definitely like them, like fish out of water series of them in the world. So, I do recommend it. It has a sort of uh, not dry humor, but every now and then you just yeah. Well, I'll just let that be. And I forgot to mention it that I tried to play Adventurer. I know Sal knows that one on Game Pass.
Adventure?
Adventurer, the little
Oh,
space
okay.
dude
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, yeah. I'm somewhat. Yeah, I know of it. Sure.
Yeah, I tried to play a little bit. I pressed the wrong button and could not get this like menu. So I'm like, I'm just gonna reset my Xbox now. Uh, but I'm gonna try and jump into that again. So we'll see. What about you, Sal? Did you get to watch anything?
I haven't done shit.
Yeah, that's what I
I thought you were
thought.
gonna watch The Witcher.
I
Or
got
the
a
other one.
life. I was actually gonna start watching the first episode today, but
Uh,
listeners, apparently we decided to record a lot earlier than our usual
we
recording
planned it.
time.
Oh,
So
we planned it.
Yeah, we planned this.
I
yeah,
I
sure.
don't honestly. This was
Well,
a very
the
messy
reason
planned.
the reason like this is happening is because we were technically supposed to be seeing a screening for a movie, but then Ham didn't get a ticket for it, or no, it
I
was
could have was
working and he
working.
couldn't go. And
Oh.
so that's why he brought up the question. It was like, are we still recording it? Because of course Mike is like, we're doing it live. And yeah, we're not.
I mean, I would have
We're
done it
not
live or whatever.
because yeah.
I've just been working. I haven't watched anything except the required homework. And yeah, I mean that's all she wrote. We went to SeaWorld the other day. We had a like a whole day at SeaWorld, which was exhausting.
Did you
Oh,
get
that's
to see the
fantastic.
electric show yet?
No, I'm not a night show kind of person.
I just want to watch it.
The only other thing to add, which I don't know if
That's the reason
Ham
why he became a season pass holder. Just watch the fireworks.
I don't
I'll
know if
tell you,
Ham
it's beer
was
fest too.
I don't know if Ham was waiting for me to bring it up, but Ham and I
Yeah.
did play a couple more hours of the Ascent. Um, I would say better experience than the first time. I don't think we encountered any bugs. Not that
Not
that.
really. The thing came up again. The we sort of didn't even discuss a few of them, but I we started the game again, and everything thought it was like brand new. So I'd go in an option like the map or the leveling up or the items, and I'm like, do this, do this, do. I'm like, get out of here, get out of here, get out of here, get out of here.
Yeah.
So, and you
Um.
saw one for covering or something, right?
I don't think so. That.
You said something about covering. It just told you again how to cover
Oh yeah,
as
yeah, yeah. A top pop up tutorial. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah. So that's been happening to me still, and it's weird. We're learning how to do more things like buying and selling weapons, and
yeah. We've
get.
spent our skill points.
I spent a few cash to use this bomb. I still don't know how to throw. Stupid.
uh, a better experience overall though. Yeah, I don't think there's anything to complain about. We might have a third player coming in to play with us on Friday
Not
nights too.
Mike.
So Not Mike, because Mike doesn't want to buy an Xbox or a PC.
Hey, I'm fucking broke, bitch. I mean, if anybody wants to put that towards my fundraiser,
How much is the game?
how much is the console? That's the question.
No, on the computer, right? You can get the. You know what? I have a
I
pass.
have a
You have.
shitty
There's a
laptop.
month
It's not
pass.
going to work.
Anyway, I was going to start up Hades since it's on Games Pass.
Oh my
Because
god.
that game got a lot of good rep.
Hype.
So
Yeah.
I want to check that out. I'll probably play it sometime later this week. But
It's all about the hype.
um, yeah, that's pretty much it. I haven't done anything. Work is kicking my butt. It's just tiring every day. So that's my life now. I work. Ham doesn't except watch shit all day.
I can do it.
And
Sometimes
then
I
Mike's
work.
there in the background
I
somewhere
mean, I
doing
just watched the
something.
two new episodes of the last
Listen.
season of Brooklyn Nine today during work, but that's nothing.
Oh, that's okay. And I'm dealing with fucking Karens all day.
I'm
Oh
dealing with their
yeah, and then when you
children.
leave the house, what about at work?
Oh god.
All right, listeners, it might be the shortest episode yet because we don't have a whole slew of headlines. We're actually just going to cover them right now. That's the first tidbit, and then we'll end it with our discussion on Free Guy, since that was the movie that came out over the weekend.
That was our homework.
And then we should have some time for Ham's favorite segment, and then that'll be it. So we might not even do an intermission.
Oh,
Might just-
first time.
Might just
We
go
should do that
through
more
this one
often.
We'll see. All right, headlines. I already got rid of one of them, and we didn't really care for it that much, the whole Spider-Man ordeal. But this one, well, okay, we'll bring this one up. There's not too much to talk about on this one, other than not surprised, but Disney has claimed that the Shang-Chi movie will be on Disney Plus 45 days after its theatrical release. Like I said, not surprised there. They're still going to try to pull the Disney Plus shit. The question really is, are they going to charge us for it being on Disney Plus? Like, are they going to pull that Premier Access shit or not?
I thought it said it was right.
Now the question is this, right? Check this out. You
All
know,
right, I'm checking it out now.
okay.
Punk's here, brother.
The thing, what was
What
going
about
on with Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson's contract? Do you think the gentleman that's playing the main superhero got the same contract?
No, I don't know where else he's in or from, but I mean, they just don't want to deal with maybe something further down the line. But he definitely did not have the same contract as Scarlett Johansson, who's been in how many Marvel movies?
The question is, why are they doing this and didn't think about this like ahead of time of back then with Black Widow knowing about Scarlett Johansson's contract?
Because they probably were fucking greedy. That's why.
But like, what's stopping them? So just because of like the lawsuit, they're like, 5 days, and we'll put it in Disney Plus.
Well, they don't want to do another lawsuit, and the 45 days sound like something they already had in the back of their minds, and now they're like, well, let's not maybe get another lawsuit, and let's just keep it at that for now.
45 days is a little, I think, far out there than 30. Like 30 days is probably like kind of like some theaters might not be happy about that. The 45 days is probably like that sweet spot. But it's weird. So like I think the Disney CEO or something said this would be an interesting experiment to see what happens with this movie for only being 45 days later on Disney Plus. But then the actor Simu Liu, I think, something like that. I forget how to properly pronounce his name, but he was. I don't know if he was really upset about it, but he did like kind of retort back and say, "We are not an experiment. Like we are this, we are that." Like he's kind of promoting this movie because then someone else came out on social media and said that the movie's not getting the same marketing as any other Marvel movie. Which I don't
true.
know if that's is it. Like I don't know because
I haven't seen much, to be honest with you, except for just like the.
I almost feel like the same could be said about Guardians of the Galaxy, though.
No, I think Guardians. I mean, for me, I've seen a lot of promotion with Guardians of the Galaxy when it first came out, and then even with a lot of like promotions on social media, stuff like that, like popping here and there, and even on YouTube's where that ads shed of 15 seconds. I've seen a lot of like different Marvel marketing, but not a lot for this one. Of course, I think they released 3 trailers
Yeah.
for this one, but it's not like very known. It was just something that I found out from somebody else or somebody reposted or something like that.
Hmm.
I well, I'm
Hulk.
torn. Yep, can't even say it. That's the word of the day. Torn. I'm torn
It's French.
between you two. Where it's. I mean, I've seen enough trailers, but I guess I haven't seen that much on the internet.
But I will say this though, I don't think Sal mentioned that he's not very hyped to see the movie. That's my word today, hype. I don't know why I mentioned that so much today, but he's not much excited as other Marvel movies, right?
Well,
Uh,
that's definitely
I
me.
I would say like I'm on the same line as Black. What I guess my approach with Black Widow is like, actually no, my whole approach to Phase 4 in general is that I don't know if these movies are gonna be holding their own because of the big names we've had before. So it's not that I'm like not hyped for it, but I mean, yeah, I'm not crazy over the moon for it because one, I just don't know the character that well,
Right.
and two, I just don't know if it's gonna have a substantial story or if it's just gonna fall for like the visuals. But I'm excited to watch it, yes, but I'm not like Spider like well, I can't even say that anymore. Actually, no, I was gonna say Spider Man, but I'm
Oh,
not even excited for the Spider Man 3 movie. I don't know. I would say I'm just as excited for it as I was with Black Widow. Like I'm gonna watch it. It's a Marvel movie, and
Right.
it'll probably still be good, but hopefully it exceeds my expectations, and I'll
let me.
be astounded.
Yeah, let me pick two random movies. Hopefully, it's not as bad as Snake Eyes, and hopefully, it's better than Crazy Rich Asians.
That's okay.
Just
All right.
yep.
After watching Snake Eyes, this movie, I'm way more excited to see it. I don't know. I just want a really good like martial arts movie.
All right.
All
Now,
right,
kind
fair.
of in the same terms or same topic of releasing movies on streaming services, there's something did come up that I didn't quite think about, and I feel like it kind of makes sense that in this case of why I feel like I'm a little okay with movies putting straight to streaming. The headline goes Sony inks $100 million deal with Amazon that will see Hotel Transylvania 4 skip theaters. The deal marks a concession for Sony as movie theaters have struggled to draw family audiences throughout the summer. Since there is no vaccine available for children under the age of 12, films targeted towards younger viewers have proved less viable box office. Following news that New York City and other cities would begin enforcing a vaccine mandate for movie theaters and other indoor venues, Sony began exploring options for a non theatrical release for Hotel Transylvania in early August. So, I feel like animated movies, I guess, would kind of make sense for them just to hit streaming, just because I didn't even think about that. Like the vaccine isn't available for younger kids, in which animated movies would target them. So
Right.
sure, I guess.
But
I,
at the same time, well, it's different companies. I was gonna say Space Jam.
Yeah,
Would it?
yeah, yeah.
Wouldn't? Yeah, I
but
know.
but I mean, like it's weird because we were arguing for what Pixar movies, right? They were put on streaming services, so they lost out on money. But then again, they're also still aimed for children, so it's like, well, what side do you fall on this one? Like, do
Yeah, don't
you
be a dick.
like I don't know, like that was like just a new perspective that I didn't think about. And was like, oh, I guess that's fine then if that's the case, because if they're not going to make the money they normally would expect, then I guess get the
But
big
they're
chunk now and secure it. Like,
Yeah, it
worried.
just sounds like an excuse they're using to just make more money and just putting it on the streaming instead of releasing it in theaters. Yes, let's protect the kids, but I mean, I feel like that's a veiled attempt to be like, that's why we're only gonna do it in streaming and not put it in theaters because they're. I mean, I can't actually. Well, Space Jam technically was in theaters, right? Or no?
It was in
Yeah.
theaters. Yeah, and it made actually a shitload of money in theaters.
So I mean, I don't know. Even on whose ever behalf, there's these Tuesday morning movies in the summer they had for $1, and I'm sure there was a bunch of movie companies, even probably Sony, that had their movies out for that. So, sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it was just I don't know. For me, it was a perspective I didn't consider.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying.
Well, overall, Space Jam made $145 million.
Did it actually beat the how much it made?
No,
I
it
don't
did
know.
not. The budget is 150 million, and they made 145 million.
Plus, they probably paid almost the same amount for advertisement. I do remember advertisements for fucking Space Jam. So,
Oh, actually, worldwide, 250 million.
all right, all right.
Worldwide, $250 million in the box office, and
Well,
that's not counting with the HBO viewing.
all right. So maybe we'll get a Space Jam 3, The
No,
Revenge
fuck
of
you. I'm
the.
trying to make a point with Hotel Transylvania.
Well, Transylvania also
Fuck you.
is more of a sequel, a direct sequel than Space Jam
That is
2.
true. Yes.
This is what, the fourth one now?
Yes, this is the fourth one.
Yeah, and I've seen all three, but
Me
yeah, this is
too.
the fourth one. I'm
You
like,
don't
you
have
got
an
kids,
excuse though,
motherfucker.
because I got kids.
I
I
haven't
was
seen even one.
I was
They're
in the
okay.
airport and watching it on Netflix, waiting for a fucking flight. How about that? You give me an
Oh,
excuse for that.
okay. You won.
Yeah.
You
Speaking
know
of
what's not
winning,
for kids? Oh, never mind. You had a better transition.
all right, let's get into our main movie talk. Free Guy, starring Ryan Reynolds and a whole bunch of other people that a couple people I wasn't expecting, but we also still
Yeah.
have Jodie Comer, Taika Waititi,
Uh-huh.
Little Rel Howery, I think that's how you pronounce it. Maybe not. Joe
Oh, yeah.
Keery, Utkarsh Bookdar Kar, whatever, and then a whole bunch of streamers that made cameos. And if
It's
you're
like
like,
three.
no, there's a bunch more.
Three that the say I watched that said they played themselves, but I don't know if they got credit then. Huh.
But yeah, this was a movie that was, I'm sure, it was delayed a few times.
Uh-huh.
It kept to the movie theater, the experience for it. Ryan Reynolds pushed this movie really hard. Apparently, he had to go through 3 years of trying to pitch this movie to get it secured.
Mm.
Are
So
we talking about Deadpool?
yeah, we're talking about Deadpool. But
Sounds
yeah,
like it.
so Free Guy. I think out of the three of us, I was the most excited for this one.
I was excited as shit.
I'm mid-level.
Mid-level. Okay.
I didn't have high expectations for this movie. I was just like, it looks fun. Ryan Reynolds is in it. I think any movie that Ryan Reynolds is in it that's comedy, I'm down to watch.
Okay.
Well,
IMDb gives it a 7.7.
7.7. Ooh.
Rotten Tomatoes, 83%.
83. Okay. Me gusta.
Metacritic,
Ah, fuck
63%.
63%? Let a critic shove that shit up
oh.
your ass.
And then I guess one of
What about
Ham's
that
buddies,
Google?
one of Ham's buddies
Hey,
must have went to
Google.
use the bathroom and forgot to vote or something. 89% like this movie.
Oh,
89%.
round
Ooh.
that
Yep.
up. That's an A, baby.
Fuck.
You set the curve.
Yeah, right.
Technically,
Bonus.
that is true.
All right. Same traditional give the card, and then we'll talk about what we liked or didn't like about the movie.
All right, but warning though, spoilers. Full spoilers about this movie.
Yep. Anything that we may bring up is most likely going to be a spoiler about it.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, what is your card for Free Guy?
Green card.
Ham.
Green with an asterisk.
All right, let's see. Let's top it. Let's get that 3.
Oh yeah, it's a fucking green card. This movie was great. This movie was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, so the whole okay, there's one thing I will say about the story though before I try to explain it. It
Mm,
does get slightly confusing, like not I guess a little before the midway point, but then I feel like it does a pretty substantial job, a good job of like kind of clarifying it as we get towards the end of it. But I just
Yeah,
thought like the story bits were a little bit sloppy that it was trying to put together. Like it wasn't trying to give us everything all at once, which I feel like might have been better. But anyway, um,
mm,
the whole premise of this movie is that we have video game developers who've created a way of the AI programming to evolve on its own. And so it's basically just artificial intelligence, just evolving, kind of like an Ultron style, if you want to think of it that way.
but
Um,
friendly.
yeah, sure. Casper the Friendly Ghost. Yeah, why not? Uh, but the game apparently gets taken away from this asshole of a producer or developer.
EA.
Yeah, actually EA, who's run by Taika Waititi, and hides their code within the game, but uses it to his advantage, and then kicks out one of the like one of the two original developers, like just doesn't give any credit. Well, doesn't give credit at all, period. But ends up recruiting the other one, and like I guess lies to him and says that the code is not there, like he's not using it, whatever.
yeah.
But anyway, so he makes this game called Free City,
Mhm.
and it's like it's just like any other, I guess, MMO that you could think of. People just live their lives to this game. They can collect shit. You know, there's missions to so forth. Um, the one of the original developers of the AI, Millie is her name, tries to build up a defense to sue Taika Waititi, to prove that the game is in there and claim all the rights and everything back. Now, where Ryan Reynolds comes in is that he is a non-playable character in the game, and he's like the what? How would you call him? The
Computer
proof,
AI.
the proof of the AI being existent there.
Yeah.
And
No, that was the actual video. He was the actual code, I guess, that was able to grow from the original game.
okay, and then
Yes.
with Millie's character in the game, for whatever reason, sparks kind of like, oh shit, like this isn't what I'm supposed to naturally do. Like I'm built for more, and whatever. And then we go from there, and he comes to a realization that eventually that he is part of the game, even though that takes some explanation through Millie. And then Millie explains to him the whole situation. He helps her out. At the end, they win. They've proven where the game is within the code, and that's like the really rough version of it.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's anything much more substantial than that. Um, it was just a lot of fun. I think in the visuals,
Hmm.
Ryan Reynolds' comedy is still there, and I didn't think he would still play the awkward NPC role for that entirety of the time. Like I almost thought that he was going to play like a such serious like attitude and everything, but nope, he kept consistent with his character the whole way through. Um, yeah, I don't. I have like two slight nitpicks, but
I
I
thought,
can bring that.
yeah.
I can bring them up later. I mean, Mike, what? Okay, so let's start with you, Mike. What are your pros and cons of this movie?
The thing that I definitely like about the movie is, like you mentioned, like Ryan Reynolds, like comedy in this movie is phenomenal. His charm and his connection with Millie, the character in the movie, and everybody else. Like I just felt like it was just well casted. Everyone did a really really great job. I love the world. I love just everything about this movie was just so much fun, and it was just so random to see Channing Tatum in this movie. Like
Yeah,
for him just to play, like, you know what I mean, like I don't know, it was just so funny. And then in the ending with the whole Captain America and the lightsaber
that
was
was
the
a good
most
cameo too.
awesome cameo with Chris Evans. I loved everything about this movie. My takeaways, I will say, I'm gonna fuck up his name. Tiki White Titi, what
Like
Close, close.
Taika Waititi.
Taika Taika Waititi, New Zealand people, please don't hate me. Taika Waititi, his
You know what I do?
character was, I don't know, it was, I felt like his character could have been funnier. I
Really?
don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I like, he's such a very funny person and very silly. I just felt like he was very like he was forcing that character, like his comedy side. So I don't know.
I could see that.
There were some things that I was just like, it's kind of cringe worthy. I don't know. I'm not really feeling it.
Yeah, but I think it was on purpose. But I no, I see what you mean. I think
Yeah,
he just reminded me of whatever he was in Deadpool 2. Because the kid in that movie, because he's from the same place. That's what
you're
I
right.
thought he was acting like, the kid in Deadpool 2.
Yeah, it's just like when you okay. So comparing to Grandma's Boy, you know, like the weird
Yes.
nerd robot, you know, futuristic guy that
Sit
made a
on my
fighting game.
face.
Thin on my face, you know,
There you go.
like
That's better. That's better.
that guy was hilarious. You know what I mean? And he's supposed
Yeah.
to be like a creator asshole, but he was very funny. It was very natural. And this one was sort of, I didn't feel like it being natural. It was just like sort of like a forced thing a bit, much. But everything else, I have literally no other complaints about the movie. I love everything about this movie. The ending was great, and I like how like his character was technically a love letter to,
Yes.
and
Yes.
I thought that was actually really cool and very romantic.
Yeah. I
I sound
figured
like
that
a
out.
bitch.
I figured that out pretty early on, and I'm like, hopefully they come back because I don't think it's obvious to most people. I'm like, all right, please just hopefully it ends like that and they don't just leave that open. But did you have anything else to say?
No, no, no. That's all. That's all. You know. What
But
about you?
I was agreeing with Sal that the storyline with the romance and the trying to find the proof and Free Guy in general, it could have been a little bit more. What is it called?
Clear?
Just whatever, smushed together better, I guess. Technically, that's what it was. It was just smushed together, and I don't think it was uh, knitted very carefully. I
Hmm.
guess it was just. It seemed like it was just parts, big parts here, chunks there, and then sometimes you get a little bit of whatever the other thing here. Even where that workplace with uh Watiti, just that seemed just a little off, and I don't know. I do recommend it, but I don't. I'm not gonna probably watch this again. I mean, I've figured it out. It's maybe if
Oh,
it's on TV, I'd watch it again.
I'll
But
definitely watch it again because I just had a lot of
yeah,
fun with it.
I did too. But I mean, half the fun's already gone once you know the magic trick. So if it's on TV, I'd probably try to watch it again, but I'm not going to be seeking this out, even though it was fun as I was watching it.
Hmm. I was waiting for you to call me out on like three specific cameos. Well, not even people cameos, but
Which
vehicular cameos.
Oh yes, 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 yes. They stole the exact fucking skins. There's no way.
No,
That,
that's the promotion. That's the marketing. They did a thing with them with 343. That was
okay,
done purposely.
what was the third one? I saw the
There's
first
the
one was
mantis.
Mantis, the
That was the
Scorpion.
beginning. The scorpion was there. The one that was extremely quick because it just drives by in a second is the warhog. The warhog was there.
I did sort of what did that one flip or something?
I don't think if no, if it just drove past like the scene like extremely fast. Like
Okay,
you wouldn't
I
if
thought
you
I
didn't know
saw
what a
it for a
warhog is, you
second.
wouldn't
Yeah.
be able to have noticed it. But I was like, oh, hey, there it is. No, that was done intentionally. Like they put their shit in there on
Yeah.
purpose to be like, hey, let's promote Halo in this movie, blah blah blah.
Yeah. I felt
So
like a kid like in Pokemon where it's like, oh, it's a mantis because I think I pointed it out physically like, oh, it's a mantis. Oh,
who's
that's a
that
scorpion.
vehicle?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I was excited
Um,
about that.
Channing Tatum was, I feel like, a smart choice for this cameo and for this role.
Oh
Like
my
what he
god,
did in there,
yes.
like it was funny for him to be a badass at the beginning, where he's going through like they do that stupid card trick and he's shooting everything around him. But then we see him again later because he's like the keeper of like the data that they're searching for or whatever. But then he's like we see that his real player person is some really awkward guy who's living with his mom and he's yelling at him, "Mom, no, don't do that, stop vacuuming, blah blah blah."
Don't
But
touch that
Channing
sock. I swear
but
to God.
Channing Tatum like kind of really kind of goes weird and funny with his like even his physical humor and everything like that. I'm like, man, this whole little segment was just hilarious to watch. So I like that. The streamers were I think if it wasn't these big name streamers, I don't know if those segments would have been pulled off better.
I think that's for the younger crowd, Sal. I mean, I didn't know any of their names, but I think I've
Oh,
seen them.
Well, that's
Ninja.
what I'm saying. Like,
There's
if
only
you even if they were made up streamers, right? If these were not big name streamers, like it wouldn't have come off. It would have come off awkward. It's like, why even have this here? So,
Yeah,
but
right.
it makes sense because these are people that normally have like a big say in like or their opinions are usually weighed heavily. You had
yeah.
Pokimane. Is one of them, which I heard a lot of complaining in my theater. Like there was like a few guys that were like, "No, why?" I'm like, just shut up.
Oh, speaking of that, how many people did you have?
It was a fairly packed theater.
Oh, my shit was sold out.
Really?
Yeah, at my theater where I went to. It was
Uh,
actually like I was very surprised because when I bought my ticket, it was like everything was like still available, and we just bought our two tickets all the way in the back. And then when we got to the theater, um, everything was full. I was like, "What the hell?"
that's interesting. We made it to RPX, and something happened with the Visa card or whatever that didn't go through, and the manager's like, "Oh, just go in," and we're like, "Okay," so we didn't even pay, but
Wow.
it was 10 o'clock, and there was maybe 10 of us. There
Huh.
wasn't that many people.
Well,
Wait, this was a Sunday night though. You went.
Yeah, the same day you went,
Yeah.
but it was at 10. Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta do that 4XD, whatever.
Yeah, I just realized that some places have 4 DX with the 3D. The one theater we had just had the 4 DX, didn't have the 3D on top of it.
Oh, that's so good.
Back to the streamers. So
Yeah.
we also had there was
Ninja.
Ninja,
No.
Jacksepticeye, which is like one of like the earlier big hit YouTubers and streamers out there. He was the one I think out of all of them, he was the one that was featured the most, I would say, in the movie. There was also I forget his first part of his name, but the last three letters are TDM. He's another big namer as far as like video game streamers. I'm trying to think where else. Like there was like one or two more, but I think because I know him because I've watched a substantial amount of Twitch and
I do
they're
not.
mostly on Twitter a lot on social media. So it's like, oh, I'm familiar with these people. So this kind of puts more weight because they just do exactly what they've always done. So I don't know. I just thought that part like I think did fairly well. The fight scene at the end, like with Ryan Reynolds against weird version of himself
The
because
dude.
they were working on a sequel apparently at the movie or the video game studio,
Yeah.
and they
Free
were
City
trying to
2.
because blue shirt guy Ryan Reynolds' character was being so popular. Taika was like, we need to put him in the sequel, like do something new with him, do whatever, and they made him into like a weird mix of Arnold Schwarzenegger meets I don't know. For some reason I'm thinking of the guy from the Goonies, but it's
What?
just I don't know because of the intelligence. Like, oh, hand gesture, catchphrase. Like he wasn't
Oh,
he wasn't
no.
that smart yet because the intelligence wasn't there. They didn't build
Well,
his intelligence yet.
well, no. The company released a character with that wasn't done yet, and this would never happen in real
Right.
life. So yeah, so
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
missing
the
a lot of
dude.
things. The company just released it. It was like, here you go, guys.
But like
Catchphrase.
Mike brought up the fact that he was using weapons. We had a Captain America shield, which was followed by a very very funny cameo of Chris Evans, like
He's like,
watching
what
the
the?
thing. Yeah, he's like, what the fuck? And then we had the Hulk hand, and then there was the lightsaber and he used the Star Wars music for it. I'm like,
Mhm.
I mean, this is I guess a Disney movie,
It
so I guess
is.
he didn't
And
have to pay that much for
and
it.
didn't he use like a portal, like the game Portal
Yeah, there
Yeah,
was
I
a
think
weapon?
portal
so
gun.
too. And I think that
Yeah.
gun that he used to lift him up, wasn't that a Ratchet and Clank gun? I thought.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out where I've seen that
I thought it
before.
was Portal. I thought that was actually the game Portal.
Oh,
Portal only has
really?
portal, man.
I thought the
Portal only
portal
has
part was
portal.
just the port of he was
Yeah,
opening the portal.
portal only has portal, man.
Okay,
No,
well,
no,
the
no, but
person
like,
we
oh, I don't
the
know.
person we didn't talk about yet, which I think should get his fair share though, is his best friend.
Oh my god,
Is
yes.
it Bobby? That's
I don't
played by a
remember
little.
the security guard.
Yeah, I forget what the actor's name is already, but he
Little
was
Ray
funny.
something.
Yeah, he was funny throughout the whole thing. His parts that he had in it. He's like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm excited. I'm loving it. Blah, blah, blah. Like, this movie was just it put a smile to my face. The whole
Buddy.
thing,
His
like,
name
it
is
was
Buddy.
better than I expected.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Buddy was actually really cool. He's the MVP for the wingman.
The
Like he's like, I'm down for anything. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
I like that part where even the real security guys were cheering him on. It's like, that's the best security guy ever.
He
The
was
only
like,
two nitpicks I have, I can't remember one of them, but the first one
Good.
that does come off the top of my head is when he's gathering everybody at the end of the movie and he's trying to explain the situation. I'm like, how did he get everybody to just follow him when they couldn't even listen to him? Like, I think like not even that long ago in a different situation. Like, it was just weird that he just brought everyone
Yeah, that was a
without
little
anyone
fast.
oh
really
yeah.
noticing. Like, it was I don't know. For me, it was just a little out of place.
Yeah, fair.
And then, the only other nitpick, it's a stupid one, but like, so they share a kiss. Millie's character in the game and Ryan
Oh,
Reynolds' character share a kiss. And
uh-huh.
there was like that slight conversation afterwards where with with Millie and her best friend, I guess now boyfriend, was like there's like he kissed me. I was like, wait,
Oh
what? How
yeah,
did he
there's not
kiss
even a
you?
button.
There's no button
Yeah.
for kiss. He's like, oh, he found the button, but
Yeah.
then she kissed him
I
in the
noticed
game,
that.
and it's like,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah, yeah.
so there is a button? Is there not a button?
Oh,
Like, are
she
we
found the button.
like? I was just slightly confused. I was like, okay,
Or
sure.
maybe he created a button right there.
No,
Oh,
I don't
that's weird.
know. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, but like I said, those are just nitpicks. Otherwise, like all the good outweighs those nitpicks, like by a tongue. So,
Yeah.
well, there is a sequel, or at least according
Hmm?
to Ryan Reynolds, Disney already confirmed they say to him that they want a sequel. It's already been confirmed that they want a sequel to go through. So it'd be interesting to see what they do. I think the director mentioned something about seeing, Blue Guy's shirt kind of going to different universes, like a Call of Duty style kind of game or a Battlefield kind of game or whatever. Kind of like having those as like separate realms to go into, which I think could be fun. But even if there's no sequel, this movie is just fine on its own. Like, I
Yeah.
don't think they need to rush or put out a sequel just for the sake of
No.
putting one out. Like, this is a fun movie to go watch in the theaters. I had no complaints about my experience. Like, everything was 10 out of 10.
Yeah, worldwide opening day they made $50.9 million.
Opening day or opening weekend?
Opening weekend, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, opening day shit.
My
That's
bad.
a
Opening
lot
weekend.
of money. Yeah, I think opening day was 28 and then internationally was 22.
Alright, those are decent numbers for what we're still in, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
28.4 million they open.
But
That's
I would
actually
say it
pretty
should be a little
impressive.
bit better considering that there is no streaming of this, so I don't know.
You think
Well,
it could have
yeah.
been better if there was streaming available?
I'm saying there should
Oh.
be better numbers because there is
Right.
no streaming compared to, fucking Black Widow or whatever,
Right.
but
I
yeah.
forgot. Like there were so many times I was like, man, is Disney part of this? And then it's like, oh, they own 20th Century Fox. So yeah, they
What?
Yeah.
No more Fox.
yeah.
20th Century Studios.
Studios, yeah.
Studios, yes. So this is
But
yeah.
also, I did see that this was somewhat like, I guess, New Mutants, where this movie technically started off as a Fox, whatever entertainment, and then
Yeah.
slowly became a Disney
Do
property.
you think this will
which-
be on Disney Plus?
If
I
not
don't
Disney Plus and
see why
Hulu.
not.
Right, since like
Oh.
they own since
Well, I'm
Disney
saying
owns the studio.
because it's PG-13 and there was some language in it, I assume they'd maybe just put it on Hulu.
No, I
True.
mean they have the X-Men movies on Disney Plus.
Yeah, but there's no like language issues with that, I think.
Yeah,
Ah, come on, please.
I mean, but you still got Hulu.
it's the same thing.
So, like,
Pero no.
oh my god.
You should have the
right.
you should have the bundle.
I am entitled for it to be on Disney Plus.
Green cards all around. Worth
That
watching
trick.
in theaters. Go watch it. get some popcorn, get some drink. I think it's worth that too. At least get some concessions. Ham won't pay concessions because he's cheap, but
Yeah, and Sal will pay for a hot
I
dog.
will. I will buy drinks though at the movie theater if I'm not sneaking them. Or I mean, I
This
don't care.
motherfucker brought in a hot White Claw.
That's not even the. That's the tip of the iceberg. The tip of the cold iceberg, or not cold iceberg. Whatever.
all right. Since that's pretty much it about the movie, at least our thoughts on the
Yeah.
movie.
Go
Let's
watch
go
it.
ahead and move into the last segment.
Yeah, undefeated Keen right here.
Shh.
Okay, remember you gotta text me your answer after I read the
Oh my God,
synopsis.
gotta find this.
Ham's getting ready. He's got his little typing fingers ready.
Yeah,
No
gotta find-
2019s anymore, Mike.
What?
Shit.
2019, Abominable. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Abominable 2019. Yeah.
All right.
2020.
Here's your synopsis. 5 years after an ominous, unseen presence drives most of society to suicide, a mother and her 2 children make a desperate bid to reach safety.
I never saw, it, but I think I know what it is. I think it's that. I never watched it.
Okay, I got both of your responses. I'll tell you first that the reason I picked this movie is because Bobby, Little Rel Howery, is in this movie
Yep.
as Charlie.
Yep.
This is Bird Box. You both got it correct.
Nice.
Never saw it.
Really? I figured you both would have seen it. I never
I
saw
don't
it
know.
saw
There
myself.
was too much hype, and then I don't know what happened.
I saw it.
Worth it? Worth watching?
No, it's not worth watching.
Oh, really?
Okay.
I thought it was stupid. The
I heard-
concept of it is stupid. The
Maybe that's what it
decision
was, like-
making is stupid.
I guess I heard two different things. I heard it was good, then I heard it was bad, and then I'm like,
Yeah,
there's no
I only heard
consistency.
positive things about it.
It's only good for those people who just don't have any concept at all.
Wait, what?
Concept of what?
Of
Yes.
just how the world fucking works, of how horror movies and suspense and decision making. It's just the movie doesn't work.
We're talking about Bird Box or Quiet
Yeah.
Place Part 2?
Bird Box. I mean, it was trying to do what Quiet Place did, but this movie did it worse.
Or is it like Don't Breathe too?
No, I haven't seen that
I
one.
haven't seen
Yeah. Me neither.
it.
All right. That's it. Like I said, guys, shorter episode, I think. I think we actually make it under the hour on this one for
Yeah.
once.
So sorry about
Possibly,
that.
yes.
We're gonna be well prepared. A lot.
Really? We don't even know what we're watching.
Who's
next week.
yeah? What? No,
I know
Oh,
what we're
Reminiscence.
watching.
Reminiscence
Yeah.
comes out this weekend. That's
That's the one.
the Hugh Jackman movie on HBO Max.
And
Oh,
also,
oh, is it
too,
HBO Max too?
isn't also too the Prodigy or Protege?
Oh, the
Comes out-
Protege. Oh, is that this weekend? Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh, we actually might watch it together.
Ooh.
What?
Yeah, this is all a lead up to the Paw Patrol movie next weekend too. Right.
I will
Yeah.
fucking shoot you.
I didn't even see that here. It's
We're gonna go see the Paw Patrol movie. We're gonna
I'm
do the dine-in
looking up
theater
right
for
now
that.
the upcoming stuff, and I don't even see that on here. But I think when I walked by, it did say something about August.
But you did see the big ass diorama at the movie theater when we went to see Suicide Squad.
also, I also saw the poster too. So.
Yeah,
And
see, there you go.
Demonic comes out.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
I don't know what that is either, man.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, do that thing.
Hey guys, do that thing of like subscribing, hitting the like button, writing a comment saying that we're the best podcast in the world of 2021. You know, I would like for us to win an award. Drunk Cop and a Teacher at Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. And then write us an email. Ham will probably not write you back.
I will. I promise.
And if he
Drunk-
does, he's drunk.
Yeah, drunkcop.ateacher@gmail.com if you want to have a chat with Hammy Ham.
Yeah.
And fuck the picture that these guys fucking made. I'm not going to even post it.
Oh yeah, no, we'll post it somewhere. You'll
No,
see
fuck
it.
you.
It is dynamite.
Yeah, but yeah, just give us your thoughts of what you guys thought about Free Guy.
All right. That's it. That wraps up this episode. Any closing words, gentlemen?
Don't have a good day. Have a great day.
That's fair. I'll let you have this one.
Yeah, bitch.
Can't top that.